Okay, this is my unboxing of the Wolfgang action camera. This thing is 4K. It's got a metal body instead of a plastic body. And it's supposed to be waterproof without a case. And it's got all the other bells and whistles like a dual screen. It's got Wi-Fi connection. Of course, it's 40K with up to 60 frames per second. You know, it's just a knockoff of a GoPro. Okay, let's dig into it here. Let's see. Got the user manual here. It's called a dash camera, but it's really not a dash camera. It's a action camera. Quick start guide. Probably got the little simple stuff in here for you, in case you want accessories and whatnot. So it comes in a waterproof case to begin with, but it's supposed to be waterproof without this waterproof case. So I think you probably open it up like that and take it out here. Put that aside, and there's the camera. So it's got a good feel to it. It's not a plastic case. It's supposed to be metal, and it's all supposed to be waterproof. So again, the Wolfgang 4K 60 frames per second action camera, and it's a GA420 model. I think that's the top model. Okay, let's dig into the accessories. I'll lay that aside here. I'll pull out the little accessory box. How do you open this thing up? Okay, there it is. They pack this thing full of little goodies. Some of them you'll never even use, but here's a little mount for something. Another mount. Another mount. Another mount, kind of a swing arm or something. Remote control, which is always going to come in handy as long as it works within a certain distance. This looks like a bicycle bar, handlebar mount. Oh yeah, and it also comes with an external microphone that you can hook up, and I'm not sure where that plugs into. Oh, I guess it's got a little USB or something like that you can hook into. And it also has a little wind thing, so don't pick up all the wind. A little lanyard with a little cleaning cloth and some sticky things, in case you want to mount it with some stickies. I'm not sure what this is. A little straps, a whole bunch of Velcro straps probably. Another mounting bracket. And there's the USB charging cable. I don't think this model comes with the little unit where you can put both your batteries in the charger, and so I think you have to charge it within the camera body, which is no big deal. You just can't charge them both at one time, so it's kind of a bummer. Here's a couple other things that you can like mount to your helmet or whatever and slap it on there, and I think, yeah, last of all, you got the little batteries here. So let's go ahead and put a battery in there. Okay, so on the bottom, oh, and that's the other thing that I like about this camera. I just had to return another one. It didn't have a screw hole at the bottom for mounting. You had to put a whole bunch of brackets and stuff around the camera to be able to have anything to mount the camera on, like a little handheld tripod or a selfie stick or a invisible stick or whatever. I like the screw hole on the camera, so that's why I went ahead and returned the other one, and I got this one. So anyways, it's got a little door at the bottom. You push a little button, and then it opens up, and you want to put the 3 little prongs there, match it up with the ones in there. Go. Okay. Oh, I think there's the little Let me get my SD card here. Micro SD card. I just got one from Samsung with 128 gigabytes on it. Let's put this little doodad in there. Hopefully I can shove it down with the corner here. Yep, little clicks in there. Now, put the battery in and close it up. Let's see if I get power. Cool, I got power. Awesome. It's a little blurry on the screen there. It's a dual screen also. I don't know if I mentioned that before. So I haven't pulled the little thingies off. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one or not. Just have to find out. So I'll leave the little covers on there, plastic covers. And also, I think on these cameras, I have learned that you have to format the SD card inside the camera before you try and use anything, or else it'll fail. And let me see if I can go in here and find that. Should be down here. Format card. So I think if you go in there and you say yes, formatting complete, just takes like a half second to do that. And then it should work. So especially you have to do that to when you hook up to the camera app, the iPhone camera app or whatever device you have. Then you can pair it with the app, and you have all the bells and whistles in your app to record or whatever. If you don't want to use the remote control, you can do it all through your iPhone app or your Galaxy app or whatever kind of phone you have. Yeah, and if you don't format your micro SD card inside the camera first, so for whatever reason, it'll fail in the app. So just remember to do that first. But anyways, I also figured out that it doesn't have the two buttons for the zooming in and zooming out. So it says it's an 8-time optical zoom. Something tells me it's not in there because it's not even on that screen. So I think they basically said they have that feature, and they don't look like they do. So of course, the first thing you want to do is open it up, and you're going to go in here. Let's see. You put the date and time in there. Yeah. Oh, it's already on there. 9:20. Let's see. Go about 6:48. That's what it is. Cool. So that's right. So back out of there. It's got these little buttons you can just back out of. So it's got diving mode if you want to put it on diving mode. I'm not sure what that does, but maybe it'll help it stay waterproof or something. Got some effects: normal, black and white, natural, negative. Another thing I also figured out, it's supposed to have like 3 different wide angle settings you can put it on, but I don't think it has that feature in this camera, unfortunately, and that's another reason why I might return it, because I figured out with my Tech camera here, which is really good. It's got the 3-axis gimbal on the top, and the only reason I'm trying to get another action camera is because this doesn't have any kind of a zoom, and I think it's set at a 170 wide angle. So, and I need something with a wide angle, or the feature where you can set the angle, so it's normal and like 150 and then 170 or something. So everything I record on this, it just seems so far away when it's just right up on stuff. And also, I can't zoom in on this camera either, which is kind of a bummer. Okay, let me turn that off. So, and it's also got a touch screen, and it's got a front screen, and I'm not even sure how to get the front screen lit up, but there's probably something in the, hopefully in the manual, that talks about how to get the front screen working for you here and there. But you can also type there. You got your video. You got loop video, you got time lapse, you got slow motion, you got fast motion on here. If you want to pair it with your phone, you got the Wi-Fi option there. Let me close that. Let me see. Oh, and it's got like a wind thing setting. So if there's a lot of wind, you can knock the wind reduction, noise down. It's got some kind of voice record or something. I'm not sure what that is. But, you know, you go in your resolution. You got 4K at 60, 4K at 30, 2.7K at 30, all the way down to like a 720 if you want to use 720. What else? It's got loop recording. Oh, it's got the image enhanced stabilization, EIS, whatever that stands for. So you can turn that on or off. I usually have that on, but I think when you use that, it'll crop it a little bit. I'm not sure if it does on this camera or not, but to be able to have that function, it crops in slightly as you have that image stabilization working. Let's see, what else is there? Sounds, power frequency, the microphone if you want to use the built-in or the external, white balance, effect, diving mode, date, time, stamp, what was that, screensaver, how quick you want the screen to go powered off when you're not using it, power auto record on, your language, your auto power off, if you want to format the cards there, your system info, it's version 2.1.0.1 with a -B, card info, don't got anything on there, so it's still got at least 122 gigabytes to work with. Cool. Of course, you can switch between photo and video, and you got a little manual button up here. I think, oh, that just goes to photo, I guess. Photo and video. Yeah, playback if you want to playback stuff on the screen. Video setup, photo setup. And I think that button there is if you want to take a picture or video right there. Instead of, you know. And of course the power button's on the end here. It's got your, under this thing, it's got the USB and the other thing to hook up the microphone, I think, goes in here. And it's got a cool little speaker right here where it sounds pretty good. And it's also got a little cover, which is unique. You can put on the, over the lens to protect it when you're not using it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I like that. But anyways, I'm going to play around with this camera for a little while and find out if it's going to be good for me or not. See, you don't have to put any frame around it and then another attachment like this to be able to hook it up to any kind of a tripod or whatever, you know. So I like to be able to just grab it out of my bag and just go with it, you know, hook it on there just directly and go. So that's going to be pretty good. All right, that does it. This is the Wolfgang 4K 60 frames per second GA420 action camera. It's kind of a knockoff, and I got this for about $140. You might be able to find some different models like this on Amazon or something like that with different names on it, company names or whatever. But and you know, it's only going to be anywhere between $125 and like $150. Not sure what kind of price point you're going to find, but anyways, hopefully this will get me. If I'm not happy with it not having a zoom and a 3 settings for the angle, the wide angle, then I might keep it. But if I find something else that has those features actually built in with everything else, waterproof and all that kind of stuff, and the screw hole at the bottom, then I'll probably get something else, but we'll have to see. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you like. All right. You guys have a good day. Thanks. Oh, and to compare this camera to one of my older, my first action camera I ever got was, they just called a 1080p action camera. It's so generic. Or a Wi-Fi cam, you know, whatever they call it. And see how small the older action camera was? And they actually were able to put the screw hole mount screw right in the middle on these, which is great, because when you mount it, it's just so easy to mount because you just put it on there and twist, and boom, it's on there. And it's all centered and all that kind of stuff for you already. It's great. Why can't they do that anymore? It's insane. And this one, it's a metal body also. All the other ones nowadays come with a plastic body, most of them. And it's got all the stuff right out in the open, and I've never had trouble with them. Even, they don't have anything that puts, covers them up or whatever. It's got all the buttons and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, this camera, it only shoots 1080p, but it's been really good for me. I probably had it for like 6 or 7 years, and it just doesn't have all the other EIS, image stabilization stuff, so everything you shoot through this is just going to be kind of a, jittery and rocky and whatever you're riding on or running with and stuff. But yeah, this, at least it's got the screw hole. I don't even think the DJI action camera comes with the screw hole mount, and I don't even think the GoPros have them. I think, I'm not sure about GoPros, but it's just a feature that I like. And, when you put it on this one, I guess it's not going to be that tough, but it's kind of awkward. You got to kind of spin it around the one, side axis or whatever to get it on there. And then when you have it mounted, it just looks funky. It doesn't look centered and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be overweighted on the right side every time you hold it and stuff. So I'll have to get used to that. Why can't they put the mount in the middle, the little screw mount? But at least this one has it, so it's something. Oh, and one more thing, got to point out, I was getting the name wrong. It's actually Wolfang, not Wolfgang. Wolfang, just WOLFANG. So, if you're looking for a nice action camera, you don't want to spend $400 or $500 on the GoPros, you can get this little puppy, save you a couple $100 and try it out. Like I said, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles like the GoPros and the DJI have, but it's still probably a good camera and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make another one of some of the video I shoot and everything like that, and give an update on it later. So okay, thanks for watching.